Do the people in your life seem the strongest? Then, understand the point, Still I Rise, that I chose for my speech by Maya Angelou. It describes my older sister, um, every shape and form, because I feel like it compares her being strong and growing up, struggling in school and also struggling, being bullied. Just like I have, I've been bullied a lot. So the reasons why I chose to write this is to show how a person can build his or her interest, in their inner self into a bigger person. Like, I feel like if a person be more, I feel like a person could be more strong in dealing with, you know, can I put this? Being more, taking up for themselves. So, such as my sister, who has been my biggest lifeline support in high school and in college, she watched me rise into the young woman I am today. So, my first point that I want to talk about is dealing with being bullied. In the poem I picked out is being self-confidence. Dealing with being bullied is when my sister comes into place. She is my guide, and she would take up for me when I, couldn't take up for myself, because that's how close we are as siblings. But for myself, I had gotten so tired of being that person that wanted to be, that was getting pointed out. So I kept pushing myself to get so much better than I am right now. Because now I stick up for myself and I have much confidence in myself. So I control and handling myself in school and is blocking, people calling me names, picking on me about how I dress, because I'm not like normal people. So now I'm going to talk about the 3 strategies that I came up with. The first one is self-confidence. The second one is showing that it's okay to not be scared. And my last one is not, walking with faith. So the first one is self-confidence. Between me and my older sister, we were raised in 2 different households, and I do feel like Still I Rise influenced her to be strong and to love herself. And she carries herself with good self-esteem. And for me, I try to, you know, walk with self-esteem. But the most important thing I love about her is she speaks her mind. And I think that rubbed off on me, because I could never had a strength of speaking up for myself until now. So I hope that made understanding. But another trait I want to talk about is not being scared. My sister always had been scared sometimes because she used to have bad fear. And now I try to have more fear, not have more fear than she had, but she explains to me very, very well, because that's how she taught me before we came really, really close. But last but not least, walking with faith. My sister believes that faith comes a long way, because my grandmother taught us to believe we could do all things, and I believed that ever since before she passed away. But my conclusion is that why I chose this poem, Still I Rise, by Maya Angelou, because it reminds me of my older sister and also my grandmother, who is no longer with me. But my sister tells me it's okay to follow her in her footsteps. And that's why I believe walking in her footsteps is more important.